So let's have fun with shading using gradients. So let's go ahead and create a simple box. So holding down Shift and creating a simple box. And I'm going to just select the default gradient that's available. So I'm going to go to my swatches. Where's my swatch panel? No problem, go to Window and I can find it. There it is. Let's go to a default gradient. This is your default white to black gradient. If you ever need to kind of go back to a default one so you can be able to create your own, just go to your swatches panel and then you can select white and black as your default gradient. So I'm going to go ahead and select my gradient tool. I'm going to select radial and we're going to kind of create 3D effects here. So I'm just going to go from the left down to the right and it's going to create a natural shaded box. So we're going to copy and paste. We're going to do the same thing with a circle. Let's do a circle. So now notice how the circle looks 3D. It's a flat circle, but just by using this radial gradient, we were able to kind of create a highlight and a low light shadow just by using gradients. So we can continue. Once you already have your line created, let's go ahead and go like this. You can actually move it around a little bit just by dragging this. You can go, okay, I want the shadows to come from the right. I want the shadows to come from the bottom. And you can actually drag and make your line longer to blend smoother. And sometimes when creating shadows, I actually like to have a shorter line, a quicker blend. So you can kind of see that shadow just on that top portion of the circle. You can make it tight, just like this, and tight and long. Kind of like seeing more shadows, kind of how I had it before. So now I can create 3D shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and select this and do a different color. So you can do the same thing. You usually always have to go back and select linear. Let's do the same thing. But now we have kind of some color. And we can actually make this part of the same family. If this is purple, let's go ahead and drag this out. Click on this color, click next to it. I sampled that color. Double click it and make it lighter. Let's make it real light. Let's really get some highlights going on in here. Let's almost make it white. Let's make it white. Well, maybe with a hint of the purple there. Okay. Now let's see kind of a little bit more dramatic of lighting when we do that. And so now even if I want to have more detail, I'm actually going to create a shadow underneath the circle. And this is just extra. I want to have it, let's see, I'm just doing a little bit of a blurring, a Gaussian blur on this. Shadow. Oops. Click OK, and I'm going to make this a little bit darker. So I'm going to go to the edit color. And let's see. Let's adjust color balance. Yeah. Let's just make them darker manually. Let's go ahead and just so I can show you what that is. So I'm just downgrading all these colors, making them darker, which is going to be to the left. Making them darker, but keeping, there we go. So now I'm just going to go to my transparency. Just going to make it a little, just have it barely show through. Of course the shading, actually I need to move my shadow here. The light's coming in from this top angle, so I'll have to change that. So the closer it is to the object, the closer the object is to the ground. Of course you can adjust that a little bit too. So just kind of creating 3D, you can actually create highlights around here. There's a lot of things you can do with gradients to help you create a 3D effect.